Hello guys, good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss JD for a very rainy Sunday episode of our daily stock market insights. Okay, so sa video na to, well, hindi ako nakapag-record for the past few days. But definitely, the goal is kailangan makapag-prepare tayo bago pa bumukas ang market tomorrow. And i-prioritize natin yung mga request ninyo. So, thank you to those na you know, drop ng comment dito. Maraming maraming salamat. So, for those people watching this for the very first time, yeah, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Mag-comment na rin kayo sa mga videos ko para ma-prioritize ko request ninyo, okay? So, umpisahan natin. Si Index may pag-pullback na ng ganap noong Friday. And as expected, of course, nakita na natin to because previously I've mentioned that this area over here is our resistance level, 'di ba? So, of course, hindi naman exactly at the same point yan. So, very near. So, we ended right very near that level. So, in the short term, nag-pull back lang, nag-profit take lang yung mga tao. So, if you want to understand kung saan siya potentially bounce, right? So we'll use the Fibonacci retracement tool papunta dito. So looks like if everything goes well tomorrow, first level ng Fibonacci, that's the 0.236 level at the 6,612 could be your first area of bounce. Otherwise, at least you know which key levels to look at if that breaks, right? So next would be 6567, which is very near the MA20 line. Okay. Next would be SMPH. Okay, so I'll go through. I've done reviewing your requests here pala. So here, Miss JD, please review SMPH SEB. Okay, nakalista na sila lahat dito. Raymond, as always, sabi ni Raymond, may new stock daw siya, ang BALAI. Analysis for, hold on, nangyari sa aking, hold on. Okay, na-check ko lang yung aking signal. Okay. Okay, so SMPH. Yeah, I'm recording. I have a video. Okay, so SMPH. Punta natin sa SMPH. Okay, SMPH overall, ito yung kanyang sideways siya, di ba? Sideways yung kanyang paggalaw. Dito po. Yan. So at the moment, if those who are really into SMPH, um, well, this has been on a sideways for quite some time now, since March probably. So if this red thing continues, probably magpo-pull back siya sa MA 20, 33.15. But in the event it breaks down, dito potentially yung pinaka mababang point niya, that's 31.893. Okay, so for example, papasok ka at this area, mag-trade ka, so that's an average of 8%. Pero hindi natin alam kung kailan na talaga siya magbe-break out of this sideways. Pero volume-wise, hindi kasi siya very significant. So parang panakanakang spike in the volume. On the 27th of July, there was a bit of a spike. Pero hindi siya na-sustain eh. Right? So I think it will still continue to go sideways. At, well, nag-iipon siguro yung mga, ano natin, yung mga big players. So, grabe for the longest time, sideways lang talaga siya. Well, may fluctuation siya, pero overall, ang trajectory niya is really side. Diba? Okay, so in the weekly chart, I think signs of recovery here. Ito pag nasundan pa ng isang green candlestick crossing the MA20, that's a really nice story there. Pero hindi pa siya enough eh. So kumbaga, I just probably need one more week above the MA20 or above this last candlestick for me to say okay na siya. Okay? So SEB is on a weekly chart, signs of weakness pa rin. So baka babalikan itong support level natin nearby around 36 area. So I'm not expecting on a daily chart to have the same to have a bullish story kasi yung weekly natin on a decline. So I'm on the conservative side, there's a big chance next week na may breakdown in price here unless may ibang, remarkable catalyst talaga na mag negate ng ating outlook. But for now, wait for it kasi baka makuha mo pa to at a cheaper level. Overall, my 2 cents, actually this is the perfect time to accumulate for SEB because the world is already opening up. People are already traveling and yet we are still at the support area sa Cebu Pacific, di ba? So, if you want to take advantage of this, I think this is a perfect time for long-term holders. May previously nagbibigay ng dividend, but that was the last one was in 2019. So I'm not really sure if they will bring that back, right? Q1, ayan, oh. Medyo decline pa rin yung last year because syempre pandemic pa. Pero this year strong, strong at 114%. Okay, next is Balay. Balay is on a weekly chart. May support siya. Support dito. Creating that support. Pero tingnan natin sa weekly kasi green to. Oh. Yan. So, binalikan lang. Okay, binalikan lang. So, you are still at the support area. Si Ryan to eh. Raymond pala. Raymond. So, nasa support area pa lang din siya. At I think, good time to accumulate at this point. Similar to the story of Seb, Balai has dropped significantly. And now, hopefully, this is already going to start reversing. Several weeks na rin tayo, nagwi-wick-wick lang muna dyan, tapos we ended right here. So, I think, compared mo sa dito, di ba, nag-bounce na nga kaagad dito. Pero dito, stronger support, I would have to say. This is creating a stronger support. Otherwise, the moment, pero hindi kasi all the time na magbabounce yan. There, in some occasions, extended period na yung pagstay nila dito tapos may breakdown pang naganap. Siguro the next candlestick or the next kasi we're in a weekly chart. Kapag may isang linggo na nag-breakdown sa mas mababa sa 0.51, then consider um, exiting or cutting loss kasi chances are all-time low na kasi yan eh. Pero kapag nag-reverse siya, there's also a chance na mag-reverse siya kasi this is a support area like what I mentioned earlier. So, yun. May signs of recovery naman kasi ito nga, binalikan lang niya yung key area at one point nag-extend na siya up to here. FCG, this is Figaro. Figaro, okay, ang ganda ng kwento ng Figaro, guys. This is already breakout of the downtrend channel. Diba? Naka-green candlestick ka, triggering the upper Bollinger Band. May foreign buying ka, volume not there yet, but definitely I would have to say it has broken out of that downtrend. Pero on a weekly chart, may resistance kang aabangan pa. Pero I would have to say, yun ang daily. Ang daily chart kasi, ang clear na nag-breakout na siya dyan eh. Oo. Actually, hold on ah. Outlier kasi yung extreme na stretch niya dun eh. Oh, diba? Yeah, yan. On a daily. But definitely, kung i-remove ko to, kung dito lang ako titingin, meron ka dyan, no? Meron kang support and resistance na Ayan. Ay, nasa resistance level pa. Pero magandang magandang start na to kasi nagti-trigger na nga siya ng upper Bollinger Band. So abangan lang, okay? Make or break day probably tomorrow kasi kung mag-continue siya pa akyat, then that's really on a in this view that we have, this is the support, ito resistance, and currently we ended the week at the resistance area. So sana mag-continue siya pa akyat. So yan ang ating kwento kay FCG, keeper. Just stay on the side. I have a visitor. Okay, keeper, tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-akyat. In the short term, andyan pa rin tayo. So, um, Ray, it's, I don't know the progress, pero very, very near na tayo sa short-term resistance. But definitely, I think bullish talaga yung fundamentals ni Keeper. There you go, kita niya. May dividend pa siya. Last year, 4%. So, ito yung short term. Pwede din siya ma-move a little bit dito or dito. Yan. Somewhere in the middle. Pero pag na-break kasi niya, ang ganda ng kwento talaga nito pag na-break. Kasi may gap kang if you fill at posibleng babalikan niya. So, titingin tayo dito in the past. So, I think I mentioned this in my previous video. You can just backtrack that one. Pero ang laki, oh. Laki ng gap. May dito ka pa. I think may somewhere at the 5-6 level. Ito. Meron ka dito, meron ka dito. So, those are the next key level na abangan mo. Diba? 5.15. Ang laki niyan. Times 5. Wow. Next is RCR. RCR, weekly chart breakdown. Ingat. Baka baka magtuloy-tuloy pa to. Balikan yung 497. Ayan oh. So be extra careful. Don't kung kakapasok ka lang at medyo na basag yung iyong cut loss level, make sure to execute that kasi medyo malalim-lalim pa ang babalikan niya. At this point, if I am to measure that, 6%, around 6% pa. Oo, yan ang potential niya. Pero kung interesado ko naman kay RCR, don't take action again kasi bababa pa to, you can get this at a cheaper level, right? Nickel, nickel, ito maganda ang kwento so far. Breakout of the sideways. Ito, sideways, sideways na siya dyan multiple times. And this week talaga we ended above it. Friday was a green. Okay, so expect na lalaro muna siya within this key level, support at 612. Okay, kung titingin ka sa weekly chart, okay, yun nga. Baka lang may little bit of resistance pa ang mangyayari dyan. Pero may resistance ka na dito, pero ito resistance din pala yan. Kaya pala hindi siya umusad ng todo kasi on a weekly and dyan yung resistance. But for now, I'm plotting 612. Okay, 612 as our nearest support. Abangan na lang natin. Sana tawirin niya this week itong ating MA20 line on a weekly chart. Next is MRC. Anong kwento ni MRC? Uy, breakdown on a weekly chart. Okay? Baka babalikan yung 0.19. Yan. Okay, so a little extra TLC here. Kasi medyo on the weaker side siya. We've ended the week last week below the MA20 line. So baka lang nagpa-profit take kasi na profitable sila nung nag-bounce ito eh. So, yun, baka na, yun nga, on the weaker side muna siya. So, abang-abang lang. Um, this is a secondary stock, okay? So, please be mindful that ang dali nitong paggalawin, lalo na pag may mga, group of people with that, with the capital. Kaya nila ipagganituhin yun eh. Yan. lima, sampu sila na may tig to 2 million siguro ilagay dito, mapupush yung presyo paakyat. Not, don't quote me on the 2 million because I really don't know how much it could potentially create in terms of movement at, mga what? Volume 5.20 volume. Ito lang oh, volume niya. So, okay, kung example, tama ba? Tama ba pagkaintindi ko? One day volume is only 1.14. Eh kung may limang katao na tiga to 2 million, laking improvement yan. Laking paggalaw yan sa presyo. So that's the downside ng ng secondary stock. Ang bilis paggalawin. So kung mafo-FOMO ka, kawawa ka. Right. So, ingat muna. Stay on the sidelines for now. I don't see any signs of outright bounce kay MRC. Shell PH. Si Shell PH, ang ganda ng kanya, oh. Breakout na to. Pero, wala pa volume. So, baka balikan yung ating MA20 line at somewhere here. Okay, 14.47. But one thing good about the story here is that we have already crossed the MA20 line. Wala lang volume. Okay, yon. So, medyo ingat. Laki din ang din-drop nito eh. Iba pala yan. PCOR pala din yung tinitingnan ko the other time. Silipin ko lang si PCOR kasi sabi ko one time parang nagbibigay na ng bullish. O yun na nga ang sinasabi natin. Hindi ko lang maalala kung kailan ako nag-mention ng PCOR in the past. May ba or June? May resistance. Yan. Pero may MA20 ka at saka nagkaroon siya ng wick. Baka mag-hold tong MA20 being a new support at magtutuloy pa akyat. Pero at least slowly, no? Coming from 2 peso, 3.17 na siya. Slowly nagre-recover na din. Yan, oh. Sana talaga. Kasi daming naipit dito. Right? So, balik tayo kay Shell PH. Ayan. Kung dito ka titingin, 1, 2, week, ano natin to ha, plot natin to. From here, unti-unti na, slowly, slowly. Pero don't expect overnight, guys. Medyo mabagal to ang usad ng stock na to. Okay? Yun. Right, so I think those are the stocks I have reviewed for you this Sunday afternoon. Don't forget, study, 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 mag-aral, do charting, because we cannot develop some form of muscle memory kung hindi ka consistent nag-aaral. And that is also the reason why at a glance kaya kong mag-chart because if you are to look back sa mga videos ko, nag-start ako actually document ng mga charts ko since 2019. Kaya medyo mas mabilis na siya when it comes to arriving to a decision. So I highly encourage you guys to do the same. Perform your research, due diligence lang before you engage in a stock. Really good to understand fundamentals muna bago mag-technicals din. Okay, so paalam. Happy Sunday. Good luck in your trades tomorrow. Bye-bye.